And as you can see, those protests have since gone from peaceful again to violent and raucous. Both sides seem to be agitating and responding to one another. Police are fully dressed in riot gear, though we can't see from where we are at this perspective, guarding the courthouse, and protesters continue to occupy this center square. And although they periodically run back and retreat whenever police seem to either fire tear gas or bullets, they often then run right back in and start refilling that center square. So it does not appear as though this situation is going to die down anytime soon.
People are getting injured, and our job is to protect this business, and part of my job is to also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into harm's way.
This disturbing video posted online overnight showing a person carrying a rifle and shots heard in the streets.
Well, I remember I was watching it live on Facebook through Mercado Media. He came and was filming on the streets from Minnesota, I believe. And so I was actually watching it live. He was right outside of the church by where the shooting occurred. And it was a pressure cooker the entire night. You knew that something was about to happen. It was very volatile out there, even though there was no real fighting, no gun, but it was too many guns out there. It was too many people out there. You know, tension was high, emotions were high. You knew something was about to happen. So it wasn't shocking, but at the same time, it was shocking. I live right outside of Uptown, so I was always close to where the action was. My children and I did participate in one of the marches, the daytime marches. We kind of stayed out of the nighttime activity. Most of that was outside of Kenosha residents, and so we participated in the things that were Kenosha residents voicing their concerns with what was going on at the time with Jacob Blake, and voicing our concerns with the police and how they were handling the situation. So the nighttime activities with people coming in from Chicago and Milwaukee and all the other surrounding areas, Antioch, coming in and causing ruckus and causing destruction in our community, most Kenosha residents didn't participate in things like that. It was shocking. Like, Kenosha was always this town nobody had ever heard of. And so whenever I told anyone that I was from Kenosha, I lived in Kenosha, they're like, where's that? Like, Wisconsin. Wisconsin? Who lives in Wisconsin? Like, you never heard of Kenosha, Wisconsin. And then all of a sudden, all eyes are on Kenosha, and everybody's watching and everybody's looking, and for something so negative and so volatile, and everybody's paying attention to us. And it's sad. And even when Uptown burned down, nobody came out to try to help the residents, to try to help the people who lost everything. It was a photo shoot. People were coming out there, they were taking pictures, and they left and never came back. Uptown is still a mess. Uptown is still burned down. Nobody cares about that. It was a photo shoot. It was an opportunity for people to come out and say, hey, look at me. And then they left and went back to their homes and their towns and their lives. And those businesses never came back. Those buildings never got fixed up. That stuff is still a mess to this day. In general, I try not to involve myself in white-on-white crime. However, this case has so many more ramifications outside of just Kyle Rittenhouse. When the verdict came down, I can't say that I was surprised. We all knew that he was going to get away with literal murder. He shot someone 4 times, 1 time in the back, and completely got away with it. We're not surprised. I was a little surprised just because it was white-on-white crime. Usually white people are punished even when their victims are white. However, because of the state of things right now with the NRA and with Trump and with the Trump supporters, we are not surprised at all that he would have gotten away with something like this. But because of the ramifications that it has on people of color. If that had been a person of color, a 17-year-old child of color, they would have shot him down in the streets. He would have never made it to trial. He would have never made it home. He would have never made it to the point of killing somebody, because they would have killed him first. So we all know that that is the truth. However, the fact that he got away with it is going to have such poor ramifications on the Black community, because now anybody can say that they fear for their life and get away with murdering us. Like, before, it was just the police, and so we had to fear the police, because the police, all they had to do was say, I was in fear for my life, and they could shoot a man 9 times in his back, and that was okay. That was accepted. They could shoot a woman, hang her in the cell, and that was accepted, because they said they feared for their lives. But now anybody on the streets can say that. So it's open season for people of color, especially in Kenosha, Wisconsin. But this case will go across the world. And so that should be scary for everyone, not just for us. But it's definitely terrifying as the mother of a person, a little boy of color. He's going to grow up to be a big Black man one day. And this case could get him killed.